Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Broadway Jets YouTube channel. You'll know me from Twitter as NYJ Mike. I'm joined as always by the master of receipts, NYJ Matt. And today, Matt, we're going to rank our top 5 favorite tailgating activities.
I can't wait. One of my favorite things to do is tailgate, and we'll do a top five, maybe weekly. But it'll be a snake draft. So whoever's the first pick, the second pick will have back to back, and then we'll go from there. So, Mike,
Fair. It's
I
fair.
feel like I usually started off. I think the winner, and I unfortunately won a handful of these polls back in the day. You can start us off going first. Give me your number one pick for the top five tailgating activities draft.
Yeah, look, tailgating is it's just magical. Wake up early, have some fun, get ready for a day of Jets football in our case. Have to condemn the NCAA for not allowing any tailgating during the national championship, which happened on Monday. We're recording this on Tuesday, but
Imagine being a sober TCU fan watching that game.
I don't know. You lose by 58. You flew out to California. Can't imagine. There's no. I wouldn't wish it upon my worst enemy. Feel for those people. Tip your hat to them. Pour one out for the homies, the lost souls. But anyway, with the first pick in the 2023 tailgating activities draft, NYJ Mike selects throwing the football. Nothing better than throwing the football. Toss the pigskin. Get out to MetLife Stadium. It's 9:30. Crack open a beer. Throw the ball at the boys. I can't think of anything better. It's the best thing that could possibly happen.
It's 1-1. It's a chalk pick. You got to take it if it's on the board. You run that envelope in and hand it into the commissioner. Throwing the football is great. And a sneaky great part of throwing the football is when you get into a group that you're not with and you jump the route. Mike is notorious for jumping the route and picking off a ball when other people are throwing the football and yelling Revis while doing so. So, hey,
Nothing better. There's like some kids throwing the ball, pick it off, take it to the end zone, try not to catch a charge.
now throwing the football might lead to an injury, and it's happened to me before. Like I'm not as 26 after throwing 80 curveballs when I'm 10 years old in minor league baseball. My arm's shot, so I throw five across the parking lot, and at 9:15 immediately regret it. So your arm is still solid, but throwing the football, great pick.
But look, there's everything that's great in life comes with some risk. Everything's good in moderation.
Right.
Yeah, you got to throw the ball, man, and you do, and you throw well. Got that lefty motion, good spiral,
Now,
tight.
is there a worse feeling than when you forget a football? When you're the guy that is known for being the football guy, you got that like $45 one that people like, and you forget to bring it.
I'm the guy, and you feel like you let the team down. You don't want to be that guy.
You don't. You
It's tough.
don't. But hey, it's a good pick. It's a great pick. But I got one better. I think I got the best pick of the draft, and it's cracking open the 9 a.m. beer.
Yeah. Yep.
They hit different. They
Uh-huh.
taste different. You're there's a bottle of wine. The thing about the 9:30 or 9 a.m. beer, it's kind of dangerous. Like you're not supposed to be doing it. You're not supposed to be drinking beer that early, but you are. So you're living on the edge. It's like 65 degrees at 9 a.m. in September. It's about to get up to 80. And you're sitting there with your boys. You crack open a Bud Light, a
Oh
Miller
God,
Light, whatever you're drinking, domestic,
I'm
and you
freaking out.
just I get the chills thinking about it. I'm not even kidding. Like I get emotional. We just did it like 3 months ago. The 9:30 a.m. beer, it hits unbelievably different. I can't even imagine life without it.
It's like when you go to school at night.
Oh
When you're
yeah.
younger, there's like an event at school at night. You're like, man,
I
probably
shouldn't
not
be
supposed to
here,
be here.
but I am. I love it. Absolutely. The beer.
Crack it
Um,
open,
anytime people talk about tailgating, it's the first thing I think of.
man. Well, you have a second pick too.
Yeah, we go back to back here.
I'm in trouble.
Do you want to do it? We don't have to. We can go every other. I think that's fair.
It's a snake draft. You go. I
All
can't have
right.
that advantage.
This is a personal one for me. I don't think it's on your board. It's the guy trying to fit in the parking lot space
Okay.
that's just not open. So you get there early, get the people that tailgate, they block off the section, put their barbecue there, and then at like 11:15, you see a guy pull up who probably just got his like 30-day AA chip with three screaming kids in the back, and he's just trying to fit into that parking spot, and they just don't let him. They said, "Hey, we've been tailgating here since 1972, even though it wasn't in East Rutherford in 1972.
Yeah.
you can't park here. That's our grill. And the fact that people have the audacity, you got to respect it, that they won't let someone park their car because they have to have a grill there. Watching the guys try to fit in the parking spot is one of my favorite all-time tailgating activities. Just sitting there and enjoying it.
MetLife Stadium does not have enough parking spots for everybody to park their car and have a grill.
Nope.
So it's just mayhem, 100%. Nothing better. 11:30, they get to the game. It's been a horrible morning for these people. They just want to park their car and go to the stadium. Can't do it.
Because you know that they're not regulars. They don't get that you had to beat traffic to get a parking spot. Like, you got to go a little bit early. So they go 1 o'clock game. I'll get there for noon. We got a full hour before the game. And then they pull in the parking lot and they're fucked. It just immediately gets hit. So, yeah, I go with the watching the guy try to fit in the parking spot that's not available.
It's a good
number
one.
2.
It's a good one. It's a strong start for the draft. I got 2 picks back to back here. I'm going to go with my second round pick is just nodding at people wearing the same uniform as you. People wearing a Jets shirt. You go to MetLife. Someone's got on a Jets shirt. Of course, everybody's wearing a Jets shirt. You're at the Jet game. Just giving them a nod. Fired up, little fist bump, little head nod. We're on the same side. We're going to get this done today. Feeling good, fired up, walking to the parking lot. Hey, man, nice. Let's go.
It's almost like you're in a country speaking a different language, but you know what they're trying to say. You look at them, you give a head nod. Now, I think there is more value at that pick, and maybe I'll draft it later. But the head nod itself, do you then carry into like the conversation that happens? Because usually you're sitting in the porta potty line, and you're like, dude, fucking Mims is inactive today, and he's like, oh, dude, and it's like you get that conversation going.
He's like, Mims never caught a touchdown. He's like, yeah. I know, it's great. Just that feeling of camaraderie, partnership, friendship of people you've never met. It's a good feeling. You're on the same side. And that's something that I look forward to. I'm going to go. Then I have another pick. I'm back to back. I'm going to go with shotgunning a beer / taking a shot every hour on the hour with a Jets chant. Nothing better. We've got, 20, 25, 30 people at the tailgate. We all convene every hour on the hour, say JETS, freak the fuck out, take a shot, feel even better for the next hour.
So you get shotgunning a beer and fireball shots. I'll have to consider with upper management if that's allowed. I think the call out you have though is at the top of every hour you're shotgunning a beer or ripping a fireball shot. Now you can't pick your family. You can't pick a lot of things in life. You also can't pick the people you tailgate with. It kind of just happens naturally. Yes. You're stuck with them. I love the people we tailgate with. They drink Fireball like it's water. They put it down and it feels like poison every single time I drink it, but you just got to do it.
I think it is tough. Poison, to be honest. I really do think it's technically poison, but we always try to bring a different type of Fireball bottle every tailgate. I know, Matt, you got the limited edition whatever bottle of Fireball last time we went. It was a hit, even though it's exactly the same thing.
I think I told the guy like this was like $70, and he was like, "Dude, that's so like, thank you so much for bringing this." And in my head, I was like, "It's $19.99. It just looked different."
Rip the price tag off.
Solid pick. Solid pick.
Back to back.
So I got 2. I love how we're acting like that's surprising when it's a 2-person draft. We're like, dude,
you're back to back right here.
All right, I've been thinking about this one for a while. It's talking to the grill guy, talking to the old guy on the grill. We have one guy, Nicky, that's always on the grill. We have Big John that's on the grill.
Big John. Shout out Big John.
And those guys, like mid-50s, early 60s, they care about one thing and one thing only. Outside of a Jets win, they got to grill the right way, and it's important for them. And when you're sitting there talking to them, you're just there as a friend, as a support. They're the best guys on the planet, and just being able to talk to them, arguing about who should be linebacker 2, who's the backup safety, like it's the type of guy in the grill is the guy that you want to be around at the tailgate. And I don't think I'll ever be the grill guy. We've talked about it. I'm anti-grill. Give me a Jersey Mike sub and a bag of chips and a 6-pack or 12-pack, and I'm good. But the grill guys are special kind of people. They really are.
And these guys are grilling some ridiculous shit. They're cooking up some gumbo. We got some like fish tacos, some gourmet steak. We're in a parking lot. There's just gravel everywhere. These guys are making fucking Gordon Ramsay style meals, and it's the best food you ever ate. And you're like, how did this happen? And you're
It's
sitting there
magical.
drunk at
Magical.
11 a.m. eating a fucking scallion salad. And like, what in the world? Just nothing better. Nothing. Good pick.
Part of me here wants to take the 10 a.m. beer, but I think it's a bit repetitive from when I took one. The
The 9
early
a.m. and
morning.
the 10 a.m. beer.
Yeah, get them both. Just the package
Good.
deal. We're gonna go with seeing a ridiculous Jets jersey. The ones that are just throwback. Why does anybody have that one? Why does that guy have a Brady Man jersey? Right? Why does that guy have
Shout out to
a,
Zach Carr.
a Titans Santana Moss that they spelled Moss wrong? Like, just give me everything that is a ridiculous jersey. You'll see like the not since 69 jerseys. You'll see a
Yes.
lot. And just though seeing a good one, you got to tip your cap and just, give a pat in the back and say, hey, look, I admire what you're doing here. You're not going with the 14 Darnold, the 2 Wilson. You're going with something different, and I respect it.
Some guys wearing like a Tanner Purdom, the old long snapper jersey. You're like, motherfucker. Really good.
And then you had the classic, the grill guy will go and say, hey, he's probably a cousin of his. There's no one has that jersey. And they'll like throw that out there. Give me a ridiculous jersey. I need it.
100%. I think it's back to me, Matt. Could be. This is hard to keep track of these picks. But I'm gonna go with hitting on girls in the parking lot. For us single guys, it's just a magical feeling. You see a beautiful girl or guy or whoever wearing a Jet jersey, and you're like, man, I know that we have something in common. So already there's an easy intro, there's an easy talking point. Hey, I also like the Jets. How you doing? Maybe the girl's playing some beer pong. Maybe you get in there, be a little weird, play some beer pong. Maybe take it easy with that. We don't want any.
I love how we once talked about this draft on a pod early, and you picked this even though you were in a relationship, which is absolutely hilarious.
My ex-girlfriend was never going to listen to the podcast anyway.
We
So
have a
that's
friend who fell in love at a Jet game, and he got her number. It was big time, and then on the way out, he like texted her the next day, talked a little bit, ghosted. Just brutal. And I think that was the day before the mono game, so it's like a double boom. Like, it's really
that's
tough for our
tough.
guy, for our fallen brother. But good pick, and I think you got one more to wrap up the
I
draft.
I do have another one. I'm going to go with reminiscing old Jet games.
Talk to me.
One of the most fun things. We're all at the game, and if you're with your buddies, you've heard the same story 1,000 times. Because there's only so many football games, so 8 games a year, sometimes 9 now with 17 games. But a buddy will be like, "Hey, I was at the Giants Jets Christmas Eve game in 2011." We're like, "We know, with Victor Cruz 99-yard touchdown. I was sitting in these seats, blah blah blah."
Yep.
But there's nothing better than chopping it up, saying, "Hey, remember the Bengals game 2016 opening day, the Buccaneers game 2013 opening day, blah blah blah." And then it just, you remember these games. It's great memories. You remember where you were, who you were with. Hey, your dad came to this game. This guy came to that game. Nothing better. You're in the parking lot, ripping it up, chopping it up, drinking some beers, reminiscing about old good times, enjoying the moment, excited to talk about that moment for years to come. One of my favorite things to do.
And the problem with having season tickets is that when you miss games, your friends tell you about it. So we have a friend.
Remember the Raider
Yeah, they're
game
like,
2019?
remember how sick that game was, the Cowboys game in 2019. You're like, dude, I was like,
No, I wasn't there,
I was,
motherfucker.
I was at a wake, and you knew that, and you're still telling me 3 years later, right? So 100%. That's the tough part about it. But reminiscing about the old games, 100% great pick, and I think I'm here to wrap it up. Mystery Irrelevant.
Brock Purdy.
I think I'm gonna go with. There's two I want to go with, but I'm gonna go true to myself and the one I really care about. It's playing the CBS theme song
Yeah.
in the car, and it doesn't matter who you're with. Give me the 2-minute CBS theme, and then maybe go the Fox theme after that, and then the Monday, like, get it a little going. But that CBS theme hits different.
By the time you hit the NBC theme song, you're freaking out.
Dude, it's so good. It's you go up there, listen to some podcasts, listen to the Fan, ESPN New York, but once you start getting close to the stadium, put on CBS theme, crank up the speakers, windows down. The guy with the like army gun, like the military gun by the parking pass lot, will just look at you like, "What are you doing?" And you'll get a handful of Jet fans that nod and appreciate what you're bringing to the table.
You're like, oh yeah, you just fucking fly into the parking lot. That's a great feeling.
It's a
Oh,
good feeling. Like, give me your honorable mentions. What you were thinking about taking and didn't make it.
I do have some honorable mentions. I was thinking of, I always like this one, smoking pot in the porta potty. That's a
Yeah.
fun one. Just doing some shit. Maybe one of the dads who probably doesn't do that come along with you. And then he gets in trouble. Wife's like, "What's going on?" He can't even text her back. He's all mangled up.
Or the wife that's there and she's like, "Why are you crying? Why are your eyes beat red?" And you're like,
Allergies, yeah.
the smoke from the grill, right? The
Yeah, it's
grill
like
got
you're
it. Yeah.
it's like you're in high school. I always like walking through the parking lot holding like a 12 pack of beers where there's still 11 left, acting like
Mm.
a boss, like just nodding at people, "What's up, bro?" Hey, yeah, I got 11 beers. Maybe they fall out. Pick them up. Don't drink them because they'll spill on you, but people know that you have 11 beers. People are impressed with that for whatever reason. Maybe they're not. It's just in my head.
How about you give a guy a beer too? Like the guy, the Jet fan
Give a
that just
guy a
can't.
beer.
He just doesn't. He either finished all of his friend that had the beers didn't bring them, and you're saying, "Hey, buddy, I got you, right? I
I'm
got
like,
11
thank
more
you
to go. You're
so
gonna have one."
much. Yeah, I'm like, oh, so it's a big burden on me. Yeah, exactly. I have 10 more beers. I like, when we talked before about nodding at other Jet fans, talking some shit to the opposing fans. Jets Ravens. You see some Ravens fans, you're like, get out of here. They're like, "Ha, you guys suck," and you're like, "Ah, yeah, all right,
Nothing wrong with a little shit talk. Nothing wrong with that. You don't want to cross that line, right? We've seen
yeah."
fans on both sides cross the line,
It's
but
easy as
yeah,
Jet fans at
get
this
it
point.
going.
It's like, what are you gonna say? They're like, "You suck." I'm like, all right, it's tough. Hopefully, the Jets have a recent win against that team. I'm
Mm.
like, remember 2016 Jets Ravens or
Next time we get the
2014.
Cowboys at home, we gotta let them know, hey, what, '07? You haven't
Oh
beat us since
07.
'07? Bush
George Bush was the
administration?
president. Yeah.
Talk to me, right? Yeah. The only one I didn't take was on my board really high was I'm hoping to get him as an undrafted free agent. Talking ourselves into winning the game when there's no shot they're gonna win. Like 10-point dogs and just going in there and saying, you get there at 9 o'clock and you're like, hey, if we keep it within one score and keep it close, this team has a chance. And then you start evaluating every hour, the more drinks, the more, hey, give me the money line. Give
We've
me
got
the
a good
reverse
matchup.
line. Make him a
Tyler
3-point
Conklin versus
favorite.
their tight end. Yeah. Versus their middle linebacker. Right? Yeah. Dude, that is I'm upset that neither one of us took that because that's underrated. That's got to be that's a top 10 tailgating activity.
No, I agree. I agree. Mike, any parting words? I think we covered the 10 good ones. I'm sure when I post it later on, I'll throw out there, give us your best tailgating activity. But Mike, any final words here?
Look, again, just make sure, you enjoy going to these games, even if the Jets are bad or things aren't working out. Go, you have fun, shut your mind off, watch football, tailgate for 3 or 4 hours before the game, watch football for 3 or 4 hours, and then go home and then you get back into your life. So important to have fun, and this is the best way to do it for a lot of us. We love our Jets, man. We love the tailgate. I can't wait. That's why I'm so sad, man. Even the season's over. Got to wait 8, 9 months for another Jet game. Looking forward to it.
Dude, I had the flu for the final two home games this year. That was
Yeah.
brutal. I wanted to go so bad. Obviously, games that didn't go our way. But if you made it this far, please subscribe, hit that like button. Let's get after it. We'll be back next week for another snake draft. Mike, have a good night, brother.
All right, buddy.